India, a land of diverse cultures and traditions, finds itself grappling with a pervasive issue: property disputes. These disputes, often deeply entrenched in family feuds over ancestral land and inheritance, cast a long shadow over the nation's legal landscape. Data reveals a disconcerting reality. A significant portion of court cases in India revolve around property disputes, reflecting a deep-rooted systemic problem. The human cost of these protracted legal battles is immense. Families torn apart, generations locked in bitter conflicts, and the promise of a prosperous future replaced with the burden of an unending legal quagmire. The Indian legal system, burdened by a colossal backlog of cases, struggles to cope with the sheer volume of property disputes. This delay in justice delivery further exacerbates the issue, often spanning decades and transcending generations. At the heart of India's property dispute crisis lies a web of systemic failures. The judiciary, grappling with a severe shortage of judges and overburdened courts, struggles to expedite property cases. Unclear and often archaic succession laws, differing across religions and regions, create ambiguity and fuel litigation. Adding to the complexity, a flawed enforcement system often favors existing landholders, making it difficult for rightful owners to claim their due. This potent cocktail of judicial inefficiency, legal ambiguity, and enforcement bias creates a fertile ground for property disputes to fester and multiply. The lack of accessible and affordable legal aid further marginalizes the poor and illiterate, who are disproportionately affected by these disputes. The emotional toll on individuals and families caught in this labyrinthine system is immeasurable, characterized by a sense of powerlessness, frustration, and despair. Addressing India's property dispute crisis demands a multi-pronged approach, focusing on judicial reforms and active citizen engagement. Increasing the number of judges, establishing specialized property courts, and leveraging technology for efficient case management are crucial steps in expediting justice delivery. Clear and unambiguous succession laws, applicable uniformly across the country, are essential to minimize legal ambiguities and potential for disputes. Citizen awareness campaigns, educating people about their rights and legal recourse, can empower individuals to navigate property matters effectively. Promoting alternative dispute resolution mechanisms, such as mediation and arbitration, can offer faster and more amicable solutions, preventing cases from clogging the courts. A robust land titling system, ensuring clear ownership records, would go a long way in preventing disputes and facilitating efficient resolution. Section 4. Trapped in litigation limbo, real-world tales. Across India, countless stories illustrate the devastating impact of property disputes. Take, for example, the case of the Patel family from Gujarat, embroiled in a 30-year legal battle over ancestral land. What began as a disagreement between two brothers escalated into a full-blown court case, ensnaring their children and grandchildren in a web of litigation. Similarly, in Uttar Pradesh, the Singh family's fight for their rightful inheritance has spanned 2 generations, highlighting the generational impact of these disputes. These real-world examples underscore the urgent need for systemic change. The human cost of inaction is simply too high. Each unresolved case represents shattered dreams, fractured families, and a denial of justice. Section 5. A collective responsibility, reclaiming the promise of justice. Addressing India's property dispute crisis is not just a legal imperative but a moral one. It demands a collective effort from the government, judiciary, and citizens. The government must prioritize judicial reforms, allocate resources for efficient case management, and implement clear and uniform property laws. The judiciary has a crucial role in interpreting laws fairly, expediting case resolution, and ensuring equal access to justice for all. Citizens, in turn, must be aware of their rights, engage in responsible land ownership practices, and explore alternative dispute resolution mechanisms. By working together, we can untangle the complex web of property disputes, restore faith in the legal system, and reclaim the promise of a just and equitable society. The time for action is now.